Okay everyone, welcome back. And so now we're going to talk about Facebook Lives. How can you do effective Facebook Lives? Okay, the easiest way to do a Facebook Live is just to start doing it. Just click, it takes 2 clicks and you're live. The advice I would say is keep them short, 3.5 minutes to 10 minutes. Those are all good. So just make the commitment every day. You're going to do a 3.5 minute Facebook Live every day, or let it go up to 10 minutes if you're feeling good about it. If you're on a roll and you like it, you'll be surprised as the time passes. Another thing I would say is talk to people who are live with you. If there's somebody on live, you always acknowledge them by name. You say, oh, hey, how's it going? And you just chat them up, have a conversation with the people who are live with you, okay? You don't have to deviate from your material. If you have a plan and you want to cover certain things, you can, and just weave in talking to the people who are on live. You can also weave in your lifestyle. Okay, when you do a Facebook Live, you can say, hey, today I'm doing this and I got my coffee here and I'm just sitting down, just about to enjoy this book. But before I do, I want to tell you about these 3 things that you need to know. Okay, so you can mix in your lifestyle. You are the attractive character, you're like the celebrity. Okay, now we might wonder, we might say, but I'm not a celebrity, people don't care about my life. But if you start to weave in your life, they're going to start to get a sense of who you are. Somebody signed up with me for my coaching program. One of the reasons is that she saw a video where I was barefoot on the cold grass in the morning talking about, I was live. I just went live with 0 plan. I had no plan. I did 0 promotion, and I just talked about my life, and I just showed that I was bare feet on the cold grass. And later on the sales call, she told us that that was one of the reasons that she related to us. She just connected to me because of that. Other things too, but that was one of the things. And so just mix in your regular life. If you're already doing lifestyle things that your ideal audience either does or they want to do, it's very effective for you to show that. Marketing is just about removing the curtain, just showing what's already there. Show your lifestyle. You're already living the lifestyle that your ideal audience wants. And now half of your social media strategy is simply just to show what you're already doing. Just show your lifestyle. Show that you ground with bare feet in the grass. Show that you drink coffee or tea in the morning. Show that you go out into nature. Show that you're reading a book or that you're journaling. Show that you're up at 5 a.m. or show that you're having a smoothie or a green juice. Or if you're out listening to nice music, or if whatever your lifestyle is going to be like, certain things about it are going to be like what your ideal audience wants, or that they're already doing, or they're just like kind of do, but then they also aspire to it. You're going to bring them along with you if you just show these things. It's not fancy, just show the things that your ideal audience wants to do for themselves, and then you'll be like their role model. In a sense, you are their celebrity, and people are on social media because they want relatable celebrities, okay? So when it comes to the content that you share, first of all, on a Facebook Live, you're not gonna write a big long post. You're simply gonna write a headline. It's gonna have 1 or 2 lines, simply like 1 sentence, maybe like a long sentence or a short sentence. It's gonna take up very little space, okay? And that's what you're gonna do. That's all you're gonna write. And so we call this a headline, and it's gonna be a juicy headline. The headline needs to capture curiosity. You don't spell it all out in the headline, you just capture them so that they're like, this is interesting, I wanna watch the video. So it could be like, the 3 keys to living your best life, hint, it's not what you think, right? People don't know what you're gonna share, so they have to watch it to find out. Or, here's the 1 mistake I made that cost me everything. They're gonna watch that to find out what it is. Or the 5 lifestyle hacks that I do every morning that keep my energy strong and healthy. Or I thought I was releasing trauma, but I didn't know that it was still hanging on for this one simple reason. Okay, see how those are good headlines? They could be more lifestyle too, like One time I was shaving my head and I was just like, it brings me back to the monk days or whatever. Like, find a way to just get people curious about what you're doing, okay? So that's the headline, is curiosity based, and it also could be benefit driven, okay? And my formula for when I was a meditation teacher sharing in front of students, and also for Facebook Lives, if I don't know what else to do, I always do why, what, how, okay? These are the simple 3 things that you need to share about: why, what, and how. So why do you need to know what I'm about to say? What is it that you need to know? And how can you actually go now and apply it? When this video is over, what do you do next? Okay, these are the 3 things: why, what, and how. So if I was teaching a meditation class, I wouldn't start off by telling you about meditation or about how to meditate. I would simply start off about why meditation is important. Okay, meditation is important because it allows us to access inner peace and happiness and fulfillment without changing externals in our life. And I would maybe tell a story about how meditation changed my life or changed one of my clients' lives. Now I've got someone emotionally invested, they want to listen to more. Now I tell you, okay, and here's what meditation is. Meditation is this, is not this. Focusing on a candle flame is not meditation, because that's external. Candle flames are external, and meditation is always focused on something internal, such as maybe your breath or the sensation of your breath, okay? Or meditation is focusing on a positive thought that makes you happy the more you focus on it. That's what meditation is. So that's what it is. And they don't care about it until you told them why. If I start off with the what, people are gonna switch off, they don't care. So I start off with why, then I tell them what, and then now that they're on board and they get it, now, okay, well, how can you go do this? We can either do it right now together, or you can click, below, or let me know below, and I'll send you my free ebook, my PDF that has the 4 steps to meditation with the guided meditation exercise audio built in. So comment below and I'll send that to you. Or it could be like, the how could be, as soon as this video is over, I want you to go every morning and take 10 minutes to meditate. So you give them something to do right now, something to go do. It could mean add this into your daily routine. Here's what I do. Before I check my phone in the morning, I spend at least 10 to 15 minutes doing this meditation practice. And here we can even do it now for 2 minutes, just so you can get a sense of it. And you walk them through the meditation, or you walk them through something. There's different ways to do the how. The how could simply be a call to action, like comment below. The way Facebook works is that when you share links, Facebook doesn't always like when you share links, but it's okay to do it. But the better way to do it is to say comment below this video, and then I'll send it to you. Okay? Comment, give me a heart emoji below, and I'll send you this. Or I'll send you the invitation, or I'll send you the calendar link, I'll send you the Zoom link, I'll send you the PDF, okay? So getting comments is a good call to action. But on this challenge, this 30-day challenge, we're gonna keep it simple. You don't even have to give like marketing or sales calls to action. You can just simply tell people, how to integrate this into your life. And you can walk them through it during the Facebook Live. You can walk them through the how. Here's what you go do. Here's how you release trauma. Here's how you level up. Okay. So the juicy headline, framework, invitation. Now here's a mantra. If you forget what to do, just come back to this mantra. My only intention is to benefit others. My only intention is to benefit others. My teacher used to tell us this. He told this to the other teachers. There's no reason to ever be nervous, because our only intention is to benefit others. We don't have to be nervous. We don't have to be scared. There's nothing wrong that can happen, because the only reason we're here is to benefit others. So you just show up and you help people. There's nothing that can go wrong because you're just trying to help. Okay? talk from your heart. Having big formulas and a script is okay to prepare that, but then once you start, just talk from your heart. It's gonna go better, trust me. Mix in your regular life, like I said. Don't just do education, mix in entertaining things from your life, inspiring things from your life. You should always make sure your content is either entertaining, educational, or inspiring. Okay, that's your content. Entertaining, education, or inspiring. And just go and do that. As long as you're doing one of those three things, you're doing great. Okay, the next invitation I have for you is to be light, be helpful, tell your story. Okay, tell your story. Your story is your proof that you know what you're talking about. If you don't know what to say, you can always just go back to your story. I used to be horrible at meditation. It took me years. I used to meditate with some kind of weird posture, and I was looking up at my third eye, and I feel like I was going cross-eyed, and I just ended up getting in my head. But then I learned how to meditate properly. And yeah, at first I fell asleep every time I tried, or I was just really distracted, but eventually I started to get it. In my third week of a meditation retreat, I finally felt what inner peace feels like. Okay? And over years, I just started to enjoy it more as a student, being guided in meditation. Then I learned to guide myself, and then I learned how to guide others. Some of my teachers were the best in the world, and I paid attention to how they guided other people, so that I learned not only how to guide myself, but how to guide other people well. And so now I love guiding meditations for myself and others, and I'm very effective at it, and I can help you too. If you're looking to have a better life, I can guide you really well in meditation. So you see how my story started off in the struggle, and then I gained some experience, I gained some results that my ideal client wants, and now I can help you do the same. Okay? So your story is always a transformation from where you were to where you are, from where your clients are to where they want to be. Okay? You are the living example of what your clients want to be, and you used to be where they are now. And if you can connect the dots from where you were to where you are now, it'll make them connect the dots from where they are to where they want to be, and they're going to believe that you are a guide, you're a good guide, you're a qualified guide for them. That's what your story will do. Your story is your proof that you know what you're doing. The only qualification you need is your story, and if you learn how to tell your story well, you will never have to worry about getting clients again. Okay? I can share more about a story in a different video. Okay, so now there's a difference between what's called distant preparation and close preparation. This is what my teacher told me about teaching meditation classes. Distant preparation is what you do long before the video starts or the class starts. Close is what you do right before it starts. Okay, so if I was new to doing Facebook Lives or to teaching in-person classes, I would prepare a lot before I went. Okay, so I would write down like a mind map or just like my 3 points, or I would make an outline of my class. A mind map is where you write down a central theme in the center, and then from it you write down your points like this. I'll just do an example right now about a meditation class, why, and then my 3 points are always going to be why, what, and how. Now they could be different, but this is where I start. I create it like this first, and then if a better format comes, I'll follow the other format, but this is always how I fall back. I don't know if that's reversed for you, but in the center it says meditation, and then it says why, what, and how. Okay? And I would take time, sometimes I would take a whole week to fill that in and to make it really good, come up with examples and stories and analogies and funny jokes and real life experiences and insights. I would put it all within that framework. Okay, then I would just look at this one page and I would have it all visually. Okay, and then I would memorize the basics. Why, what, how. Okay, why, first I'm gonna say this, and then this, and then this. What, I'm gonna say this, then this, and this. How, I'm gonna say this, this, and then this. And that's it. And then I would come up with maybe like an introduction and a conclusion, okay? How am I gonna introduce before I even get into the why? How am I gonna close after I do the how? Okay, and that's your framework. And then you fit everything into that. So if you're doing lives every day, you might want to take like an hour or two the night before to think about it, or 30 minutes or even 5 minutes to plan this out. And then that's called the distant preparation. You do that with some space before you go live. Okay, when you do your actual class, then right before that you start what's called the close preparation. This is just getting yourself in the right energy, and you forget about your framework. It's already written down, you don't need to worry about it. You forget about it, put it out of your mind, and you stop thinking about what you're gonna say, and you just get yourself into the right mental space. This is key. You get yourself into the right energy, the right space, and you feel peace, you feel connected, you understand the needs of your ideal audience, you feel connected to whatever divine source that you connect with, and you're there. You know, you say prayers. I used to have like a 40-minute ritual, meditation and prayer that I would do before I did any class, and it got me into the right space, and then I became a channel. I became a pure channel. And then once you're in that space and you're ready to go, you can pick your framework back up and be like, and just like remember it from that space. Remember the basics of, okay, why is generally a little bit like this, what is a little bit like this, how is a little bit like this, okay? And now you have enough. Now you go into your class mainly, I cannot emphasize this enough, mainly holding the right energy. Secondarily, you have a very, very, very rough, basic outline of what you could cover. Not what you're going to cover, what you could cover. Okay? You do not have to stick to the framework. In fact, trying to stick to the framework is usually a recipe for disaster. Instead, get yourself into the right space, connect with your audience, connect with your divine source, get out of the way, and start talking. The reason it's a mind map and not a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is because you can do it in any order. You don't have to do it in any particular order. You start at a central theme and you can draw from anywhere that you want to. Okay, you can choose a little bit of the why, a little bit of the what, a little bit of the how. You can start with a little bit of how, then go into why, then the what. You can pull from anywhere, or you can just like put it aside and do something completely random and different than what you planned. This is the art of showing up live and helping people, is you have to be able to flow within formulas. The formula becomes a fallback. If you forget what you're gonna say and you start going off track, or you just lose your connection, bring back the formula and just get back on track. And then once you're flowing again, put it aside and just flow. Okay? This is how you're gonna get good at presenting, is by learning how to do it like this. The formula is just there in case you need it, and you could follow it. If you did follow it, it would be a very good class. But if you've just flowed without following it, it could also be a very good class. And when you learn to do them together at the same time, that's where the mastery really happens. But sometimes it's better to just throw it away and just do the class without it, okay? And then just like pull like one little piece here and there. If you try to do it in a certain order, it's gonna throw you off. If you try to do it in a rigid way, it's gonna throw you off. It won't be from your heart, it'll be from your head. And people won't connect with it. It won't touch their heart. It has to be coming from your heart if you wanna move somebody else in their heart, okay? Okay, so this is what you do. This is the formula. Remember, your only intention is to benefit others. Remember, your only intention is to benefit others. And here's the last piece of advice. Keep it simple. Keep it simple. We're just doing a 3.5 minute, maybe 10 minutes every day. You're not gonna do it complicated. Like I said, some of the best marketing and whatever presentations I've ever done that have been the most effective for me have been the simplest, that required the least amount of thought, okay? My business partner did one. We were traveling from Florida to Michigan or the other way, and we stopped at a gas station that had an Arby's in it, and we were literally in an Arby's gas station booth, and there's a big sign that had like Arby's cheeseburger right next to it, and she literally did a Facebook Live right there in that location, and I believe we got a client from it, okay? And we were on the road. There was zero preparation, okay? But the whole thing is that you've been preparing your whole life. You don't need to do extensive preparation because you've been preparing for years and years and years to do this. You have to remember that, You have to remember that you could do it right now with zero prep. The times where my classes go the best, or when I know I can do it with zero prep, and then if I do take some time to prep, it can be even better. Or sometimes, especially because this is just Facebook Live, you can just go with zero prep. Okay, so I gave you a preparation formula. I gave you my best preparation formulas and how I use them the best way. Remember, the distant prep is where you plan it out. The close prep is when you forget about it and you just get yourself into the right state. And then during your class, your main objective is to stay in the right state. And one of the best ways to do that is to think, I'm only here to help others. A self-conscious, nervous mind is thinking about ourselves. A mind that flows and is beneficial and helpful and powerful is thinking about others. So you keep yourself in the right state by thinking, I'm only here to help others. I'm only here to help others. I'm only here to help others. I literally didn't, I prepped for 5 minutes before I made this video, but I've prepped for years to make this video I'm doing right now. So I didn't need extensive preparation, and I'm only here to help others, so there's no reason for me to be nervous. And it's the same for you. You're only here to help others, so you don't have to be nervous at all. You can take 5 minutes to prepare like I did. Like, this is my notes. I don't know if you can see that, that's my notes. And half of that page is about the previous video I did. So there's just about 1 page here of notes here, and I scribbled it for 5 minutes before I started. That's all you have to do. Or if you're more new and you want more preparation, do it for a few hours or for like half an hour, and then do something else for a few hours, and then get yourself into the right state, and then go live and just try to flow within the formula. Or just flow and the formula's there just to back you up if you need some help. Okay? Talk about your lifestyle, talk about yourself, tell your story, or just go right into teaching. Like, you'll find the ways that work for you. Generally, follow the advice in this video by combining it all together, and that's when it's going to work the best. Okay? There's no way that this can go wrong, because you're going to be gathering your audience and you're going to be helping people, and you're only here to help others. Okay? So good luck going live. I can't wait to see what magical, amazing things that you create. Have a great day.